We should say a prayer, all of us, for all soldiers who have died in battle. All soldiers from anywhere. No matter whether they're from the Commonwealth or Japan, no matter whether they're from Russia or Ukraine. These men are not politicians. They are fallen warriors, and there's no more noble a death than that. Today's a really special day, a more special day than all of our previous occasions, because today is our final 2 veterans in Kenya, the final 2 veterans from the Second World War to receive their medals. Everyone else, according to DeFoca records, as they stand at the moment, and sometimes they can change, veterans come out of the woodwork at times, we have 2 veterans to go, and they are these today. So the project started 13 years ago, and I like to say it was because I was asked nicely if I could do it, but it wasn't. One of our Kenyan veterans came up to me at Remembrance Sunday and said, "We want our medals. How do we get our medals?" Hello, madam. So he ordered me. He didn't instruct me or ask me nicely, he ordered me. Where do we get our medals? And so began an 8-year journey of discovery. And today we honor Private Mthengi Nguyo, who's our first veteran on the left, and Private Mraja Tamwari. And just a lovely side note is the lady sitting next to Private Tamwari is his wife, and she has been sick recently, so they have been separated, but she's now back with him for this very special occasion today, of which you're a part.
Since the disbandment of the historical British Legion African section at the end of World War II, especially during the demobilization, many veterans lost or displaced their documents and medals, leaving them with no memento for their memorable service to the Crown. Hence, the importance of this event today.
And I'll end the Operation African Star and the whole initiative before we hand over with something I saw on an epitaph of a gravestone at the Commonwealth War Graves at Imphal in Burma, where both of these 2 gentlemen served. And for any of you who don't really know about Burma, look it up. It was a hard-fought campaign. These men put their lives on the line every single day. The Japanese were a relentless enemy, and our men saw that. It says the following: Lance Corporal C.E. Culverwell, Dorsetshire Regiment, 1st of May 1944, 24 years old, so he would have been 105 if he was with us today. And his family wrote the epitaph, and it was as follows: Dear Charlie, to the world you were only a soldier, to us you were the world. And I think that sums up being a soldier, doing what you gentlemen do for a living, and actually doing it for all of us that are here today. And I know everyone around the world actually likes to give the British a bit of a hard time. But over this journey of the last 13 years, I'll tell you something about the British. It's the British who run a wonderful organisation such as the Royal Commonwealth Ex-Services League. And those people on that team look after Commonwealth veterans from throughout the Commonwealth and give them an allowance every year, basically to cover a meal a day. And that shows that they care. And that goes on until the veteran passes away. We've got the Burma Star Memorial Fund. It's a charity dedicated to the benevolence, remembrance and legacy of those who served in the Allied forces during Burma, of which both of our veterans served very proudly. They look at the descendants of Burma Star recipients and they help with education. The Brigadier has now presented the medals to Mthengi Private Nguyo. And the next medals are being presented now to Private Tamwari.
They've sacrificed time, and their comrades sometimes sacrificed their lives for the service of peace. So it wasn't just about the Commonwealth, it was about the service of peace for the whole world. And the peace and freedom that you know and love here in Kenya, that we know and love across Africa, that we know and love in other parts of the world, that came as much a result of the Second World War.
Each of those medals tells a story. So get everyone, just Google what the medals are. Get an explanation. The key there is the Burma campaign. That was real war. It was real fighting. No matter what you think these men may have done, I assure you, it's worse. So please ask them about it. Get stories. Pass it down the generations. Make sure our children's children know about these men, what they did for all of us that stand here today. I think the only regret I've got are the soldiers that we missed before the initiative started, because of course Kenya sent a lot of men into the Second World War, and we only started this initiative, or being able to award our veterans their medals, 4 years ago. So all the soldiers who've gone before those men, that's about what today's all about.
For me personally, this is my fourth event. I started in Nairobi last October, and we had 16 veterans who came to the residence to receive medals, which is fantastic. Then I went to Kisumu, where there were 10 veterans, and in the room, I think the particularly interesting number was that in the room, the people were over 1,000 years old. Those 10 people were over 1,000 years old, which is great. And then we moved to Kilifi on the coast, which is really hot. And we had one veteran there, but he was very smartly dressed. I remember him wearing a very bright pink shirt, which was really smart.
If you look back at all the previous videos that have gone through, of which there are 5 now, this will be the 6th, I still look at them, and parts of them, for example, when 2 of the old men who are in their hundreds, so they're 101, 102 years old, are standing up unassisted in front of the memorial at the Remembrance Day Sunday parade and saluting in a really smart military style salute, it still makes me cry. I think that's one thing that Kenyans certainly do, is look after their aged, and it's something that I think my country could do a lot better at. I had 3 medals, of which I still have one in my pocket here, that the veteran died 6 weeks ago. So we had the medal before we could get it to him. We will be making an extra visit to his great-grandson in Machakos and giving this to the family. It's important that these stories about our soldiers and what they did are not just forgotten in the erosion of time. They are, in fact, they grow, so that these men's memory and what they did for us is never forgotten.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.